Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Yacht Crew Vlogs right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Ria. I am your host, and today I'm really thrilled to introduce a friend of mine, Arturo Lope. He's the executive chef of La Datcha. How are you?
Good, very good. Thank you for having me on your program. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, well, I had the pleasure of getting to know you just the other day. And of course, we are doing this panel for the Balearic Yacht Show. And I was really excited because everybody knows how much I like food. And to meet an executive chef that has actually, been the executive chef not only of La Datcha coming up, but as well Dilbar and Katara, you have quite an illustrious career. But what I want to know is, where did you start? Where are you from, and what were sort of your desires and goals as a kid?
Well, that started very early when I was my 8 or 10 years old. I love it. Still to study. I love it when my mom was at the kitchen just preparing something, and I was just sneaking around and trying and playing with ingredients. And then came up seriously when I was 14. I was a really bad student. And my father said to me what I wanted to do with my life. And I said, well, I don't know. I want to eat. I was a little bit, I love to eat always. I think to be able to eat is one of the biggest pleasures in our life, apart of other ones that everyone can imagine by themselves. But it was a moment of my life that, wow, that is asking me what I want to do, And I said, well, I want to, I like to cook. My father was like, you like to cook? You want to be a chef? Yeah, I would like. My father was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. My father had three degrees in the army. He's a vet. He does business with constructions. And I was like, well, yes, I want to do that. And I was a really bad student and a naughty boy, very naughty boy. So that summer, when I was 14, he decided to put me on a bakery, starting at 12 o'clock at midnight and 7 o'clock a.m. So I was in Mallorca, here with 14 years old, being a disaster, starting at midnight, something that I really loved because I wasn't allowed to be until that late up, So, and I was going to a factory, smelling bread, flour, sugar, creams. And that was my beginning. Cooking, making ensaimadas, a typical dessert from Mallorca, very hard to do it. So with 14, I was able to bake them, to raise them, and to cook them. So something that is very challenging. And I spent 3 months, June, July, and August, without no day free at all, no day off. And I was getting paid, I would say like 200 euros per month, something that I was in pesetas in that time. That was 40,000 pesetas. Oh, when I ended the summer, I was rich. I was rich. So, and I remember I bought my first DVD, my CD player, portable CD player.
Ooh.
I was the coolest guy on the school. So, well, everything started there when 14. Then my father took me out to study to Southampton. Then in Southampton, with the family that I was, they had a neighbor who owned Asian restaurant. So I was there just playing and helping a little bit. Cleaning dishes and doing a few things with 15. Then 16, I was very young and I came inside the hotelier school. I was the youngest human being on the university with 16 years old. And that time it was not a university degree, so you was able to get there a little bit earlier. So in 2 years, 2 years there, and in the meantime, I was doing practices because my father didn't want to give me any money at all. So I had my moped, and I had to buy. I needed money for fuel. So we had a trip with the first month in the school market at Olivar in Palma, a very well-known market, and we had our tutor was Tony Pina saying, this is this chef, this is the other one, this is one chef with a Michelin star, this one. And then I look at one of those, and he had a funny face. He wasn't looking very smart. And then I went running to him and said, hey, I know your restaurant. That was bullshit. I went there with my father a few times. Oh, yeah, I really love it. Yeah, he said, standing as a chef. Do you need a commie or a helper, someone to for help you on the weekends? Oh, well, could be, yeah. And then I got his phone number, I called him next weekend. I was working for him. I worked for this guy for almost 8 months. When then he offered me a position, but of course, I use I use it for my for what I wanted, just to get some money, some experience. And at the end, then I went to Germany. I did my practice in Germany in the school the first year. Then the second year, I finished my degree. Then I went to work with in La Residencia Hotel from Richard Branson. That's how I started. Richard Branson Hotel, second chef. And with 19, before 19, I'm the 6th of November. That's my birthday. Before 19 and of 18, I was the head chef of Costa Nord. That was a restaurant built by Michael Douglas. And thanks to Pau Calatayud, he just put me there. And Michael was very happy with me. And that's how my life as a chef began. Thanks to them, I met a lot of people. I went to Japan. I spent 2 months in Japan hard working in Japan, while I was taking my holidays from Costa Nord. Was 18 years old. I cried inside the fridges because I was thinking not able to do it, and I was there 3 years before it got sold to the government. And then Michael gave me the offer to move on and maybe go with them or find something else or stay. And I said, well, I want to fly away and see what I can do now that I have you on my CV. And I go with friends, of course. And I have to say thanks to Michael and Catherine Zeta-Jones because they opened me a lot of doors. Thanks to them, I got employed by Peter Green, the Green family. They are from Bermuda and English. And also they opened me a lot of gates. And I've been cooking for a lot of two years because my father is his chef. I was working on Dilbar, and I had the chance to break contact with Dilbar. I was expecting to be on the biggest yacht in the world, and it will be fantastic and amazing, but it wasn't that what I was expecting. So then I was concentrated into my father, and I decided to take 1 year sabbatic year just to take care of my family business and my painting and my father because I do also paint a lot. And well, and then after 1 year, the situation with my dad wasn't not getting better, so I decided to have another year. So now with the COVID, all my plans got broken. So thanks God, I have a wonderful profession, and there we go. I'm back in business.
Well, tell me a
So
little
looking
bit.
forward for.
Sorry, I wanted to ask the artwork. Tell me a little bit about that because that is all for charity and it's all for a good cause. And I think it's admirable. I see the yachting industry as a whole. A lot of people are realizing that there is a lot of excess in the industry and people are very privileged. So the fact that you are doing this project and giving back is something that I'd like to talk about.
It's something personal. It's something that I saw. I don't know. It seems like it's some kind of fashion when you became 40 and you make your birthday party. It seems like, okay, I saw that in Mallorca with a lot of friends, and that you have to do, everyone has to buy you something, and everyone makes like a bucket money, and then and they buy you something, and it gets very common that whatever you get on your birthday, then you put it onto charity project. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that is something you pour into life. That is how my common friends that are doing now. When you get into 40s or 50s, that the big number, then you just get everything you collect and you provide it somewhere. My mom and I, we've been always we are Christians. We do believe a lot, and we support as much as we can Las Teresitas Descalzas. It's a group of nuns that they're taking care of the old people that they are living on the streets. they don't have, or even those ones that don't have families to take care. So imagine all your life working and doing whatever you have done, and then the last days alone. So what they do, they feed them, and I told my mom I was painting, and of course I've been lucky. I have friends that they are involved into art, like Rene Makela, and I spoke with him a few times, and I saw his art, and I know him since I've been. He's one of our best painters. We have also Domingo Zapata and other ones. They do pop art, things like that. But I've been, and also I had a lot of influence with the royal family of Qatar because I've been working for them for 6 years, and I had a really good connection with the sons of Sheikh Al Mayasa. He's the in charge of all the art of museums and everything with cultural with from Qatar. And I met people, and I've been at her house in London, and I've been influenced by cows and a lot of painters and artists, and of course being in New York, of course with all the musicians you have, I had a lot of inspiration. So when I came back, I've been painting since I've been a child. Even my sister paints really well, and I decided to do something. So I create a teddy bear. It's called A2L Sweet Bear. It's on Instagram, and it's just a teddy bear. With his hand, it's like a teddy bear with his hand on his mouth, like a graffiti style, something like that. So I decided to do 100 that year for my 40th. And I still have remembered, I still remain 30, and famous people from Mallorca, from Madrid, the royal family of Spain, they have the Leonor and Sofia, the pieces, they have one of my pieces, and other, Javier Bardem have other pieces and paints from myself, the owner of Europa, the owners of Vocalcom. So and everything that I paint and everything that I've been creating, all the money that I took, it has been going to these people. And why? Uh, I don't know. I think it's a way just to feel myself well with my for what I've been doing something. Maybe myself, I will once I pass away, I will be forgotten for sure. But who knows? Maybe my art keep coming, and the people can appreciate it. So now one of the projects that I have on mine is just I'm building like a clothes brand, with that sweet bear that I have, and I want to create a brand that is everything expensive. Right? Of course, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be on a fashion thing, but a lot of a high percentage of the profit of these brands is going to go to help other people. So the idea is, okay, I'm gonna buy something there like a Louis Vuitton T-shirt or whatever. It's gonna cost me $300, but at the end is the brand who's taking the $300. I will say, okay, $300. The company will take 100, 200 goes to charity. Wow, oh, you're working on a project that money goes directly. So I think it's a project that I have on mind, and I'm working on it. So, but I will do that after my rotation. Now I have to concentrate a little bit on on the job that I have ahead.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's noteworthy, and it's really nice to hear somebody talk about what they plan on doing in the future, and especially when it consists of helping others. Because I think as human beings, perhaps this year has brought us back to the idea that we need to start looking after one another again, as we are, one people. But I think in the past we have started to look out for ourselves first. So thank you for that. And we will make sure underneath this interview to put the links for your Instagram account so that people can follow you, and see what you're up to, and perhaps help support you in your journey to help others.
Fantastic. Thank you. Would appreciate that.
So is your dad proud of you now?
Well, yeah, I think that is proud, but he's quite sick, so he
Yeah.
doesn't realize. He's like a baby. He got deep Parkinson, and a degenerative sickness is going super fast. And last year he was able to walk. Today he's not able to walk at all. Cannot walk. He cannot assist himself. He needs someone to feed him all the time. So, well, it's a little bit challenge, and it's hard for me to move on now. But the life is how it is. We have to maintain business and things. That's the reason why I'm thinking of leaving. rotation because we have other business in the family, the vacational and another kind of projects. But of course, I need to keep myself. I almost spend everything, all my savings in the last 2 years, so we need to come back. And and I have other projects on TV for the next year, 2021 on the Spanish TV with a program called MasterChef. I've been we start negotiations, so we'll see. We arrange something. We don't know if it's going to be participating or helping on something. But anyway, we have projects and see what they think they get close or not. Not everything gets open in you. Some doors get open, and some doors sometimes look like they open and they get closed. So at least we have to move. Have
Well,
to
I mean,
move
that's
forward.
the interesting thing about doors is that they do open and close, and you can open them up again.
Yeah, I'll leave them there, and then I will cross it later on. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward. I know has been a very horrible year for everyone.
Yeah.
Tourism, families, well, health, everything, economic. I think we need to be positive and keep looking forward for the next year. Now we're hearing that vaccinations coming out from few different companies. Finger crossed, the things come back to normality in my island that I really love. I'm a Mallorquin and I love this island more. I think it's the most beautiful place in the world for myself. The people who comes to Mallorca, I don't think they realize how beautiful it is because have thousands of little corners that doesn't look like you're Mallorca. But I hope that everything goes back to normality. I got a lot of friends and people that they're suffering, and I think we have to keep positive and trying to look ahead for the next coming year that is just behind the corner. In 5 6 weeks we're in Christmas, so it's just
Well,
behind. So looking forward for the next year.
I wanted to ask you if there is anybody out there in the Balearic Islands that is taking a look at your career path and has seen the trajectory that it has taken and desires to become something like you. They can start that journey right here in Mallorca.
Yeah, of course. Like, well, Mallorca is like Antibes. It's like Fort Lauderdale. It's one of the capitals for yachting. The only thing you need to do is just first of all have passion for what you do. The people is looking at yachting like, oh, I'm going to yachting. Listen, yachting is hard. It's hard. It's something. It's like a woman being on a man's side. It's like you hate it and you love it. It's something that is gonna take you to discover different things. You're gonna have the high budgets. You're gonna be driving like a Formula One driver, a Formula One car, Ferrari. The galley is gonna be a Ferrari with the latest things. So it's a wonderful experience. It's hard. Don't get wrong. It's hard, and you need to be responsible. Yachting is not like when I started in yachting 17 years ago. I remember all the chefs rumors that they was drinking the galley, blah, blah. No, the chefs on these days they are all tidy. Some of them they have this kind of fashion tattoos and the beer, but everyone they are super clean, super organized. They have passion for every dish they prepare for crew, even for crew. Huh? As a chef, we think guests are important, of course, is the major thing, but the crew, our colleagues, our mates, that's the ones that they judge us every day, twice a day, lunch and dinner. They say this is good, so at the end of the day, the new chefs on chef cooks, everyone involved into the yachting on this in the last 5 6 years or so, that is going to a high level. It's changing. It's not like when I started on CD2, there was a small boat, or when I was on Haida G, the old Rosen Cavalier, the boat that comes in the movie Mamma Mia. I was there when I was 20 nothing. I was 24, 25, and I was a kid. And I remember the other chefs that we saw, everyone, the galleys was a disaster. No, no, the people. Every time I go and visit other friends, other colleagues in their boat, I'm quite amazed how the people is taking care of the job. We not, There are no kitchens anymore. There are no galleys. There are laboratories. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. It's changing the world. I'm very glad. I'm very proud for that. So if someone wants to get into this world, keep thinking that it has to be a tough job, but come with a lot of passion, because it's a lot of beautiful opportunities, and Mallorca is a wonderful location for it.
I completely agree. Mallorca stole my heart about 15 years ago, and it will be there
I
forever.
got, so I got my visitor. I got my doggy has come to visit me now.
Oh. Well, your dog has just stolen the
Hi,
show.
say hi. Yeah, yeah.
Love.
He's saying, what the hell is going on here?
Well, you know what, Arturo? I think we've
Okay,
taken
good.
up enough of your time today, but thank you so much. It's been very enlightening, and we congratulate you on everything. We'll make sure to provide, as I said, the link for your Instagram account for the charity below. And as well, don't forget to tune in on the 19th for the Super Yacht Design Trends. You are on the
Yeah,
panel.
true. I hope, finger crossed, they are not flying. I finger crossed they are not flying. You know, because I don't know if that's going to be the day I'm going to fly. If I'm able, I will be there on the 19th. I think it's at 10 o'clock. I've been told. So I will
Yeah.
definitely be there. But maybe we have the chance that I will be flying. If I'm flying, I'm not in the airport. I will also assist. I will do my best.
Well, we will look forward to it. But thank you so very much for your time, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Good luck in the season coming with La Datcha. And I'm
Okay.
looking
Yeah.
forward to
Yeah.
a meal being cooked for me when you get back.
Yeah, okay. We will get in contact, and I will give you some information, some stories, and trade toys. Okay. Have been a pleasure,
I have
Ria.
to tell the audience out there that this isn't the first or second or third time I've asked you to cook for me. So, you know,
No,
I
yeah,
think every
I
time.
promise you when I come back, I will do it. The dog is having here, and he will come and assist.
Thank you once again. You have been listening to Arturo Lope. He's the executive chef of La Datcha, as well as Dilbar and Katara in the past. We thank you ever so much for your time, and we wish you safe journeys.
Thank you.
You've been watching another edition of Yacht Crew Vlogs right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Ria. I have been your host. Please tune in again for another episode.